haya. Bailate y el lejos esta noche loco pa' subirte la saya. King Clean you the dealer. Girl ain't nobody realer. Este loco esta noche llévate de fiesta y partite la talla. Niama finami, andala kuchinjami. I drink champagne with the kings and the queens, politicians praise my name. If you feel it, Ileni mundanze na me, Mr. B, Ileni musage na me. Sakane, sakane, saka, saka witulamo, sakane, 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 saka, saka witulamo, sakane, 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 saka, saka witulamo, sakane, 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 saka, saka. I don't know what they are putting in the water, what these guys are drinking or smoking in the studios these days, but the music is just getting better and better.
Gaza, ne?
Is PDK.
That's it.
Met
Gaza. Sis.
Met Gaza oor die kop geslaan.
I had to put it out there because Irene,
this is because
the whole of last year was every song before we go on air is always, and that was Gaza with
Jay Kenneth for Gaza because he's the only one who performs at Swapo rallies. Don't play with me here.
Did you guys feel this eerie silence in the studio when you just said that?
By the way, Neville, I wanted to play you something. Today is a Thursday,
What?
right? We've got some also. Just shut up and listen.
Every day we bring you the hottest music. The ultimate music mix.
Just listen.
Some outrageous conversations.
I know a few alleged drug dealers.
This is not a drug conversation.
And I'm not.
This was.
No, but this is no drug slender will be
Don't,
accepted.
you will not come play snitch here on the show. Disclaimer, I don't know anything about drugs. I don't know any drug dealers.
I know.
I just want to talk about witchcraft.
Let's get to the real thing. The morning mix on Informanté Radio. The sound for a new age.
We've sorted out that argument, right? It's done. Next time you say you did not say something, I'll go pull another clip.
This is what we call, on the streets, we call it receipts.
Chuck, 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 chuck.
He just pulled out the receipts.
All right,
The
guys.
dividends.
Good morning and welcome to the Morning Mix. Moromeria.
Morning.
I have to take you up on that because you just made me think now. I honestly know all kinds of people in my community. I know them by name.
You are a community leader.
I know a few guys who's been in or are.
Card
I don't know if they still clone cards, but I know them and they know me. I know guys who sell drugs. I know what they're doing, but it's none of my business. I've known guys who
Some sex workers.
No, sex workers, that's normal. That's been part of my community
youth services, of course.
for a long time. Prostitutes in my neighborhood.
He just skips over it. Come on, like you didn't hear it.
No.
Services.
I asked Osi the other time, I remember in front of my mother's house. It's a Osi, no.
Retire, Jenny.
When are you going to stop? It's a lost mate. Ek sal nie. Ek sal nie by KFC gaan werk nie. Tita.
Tjor guys. Come on, like, who say what is the thing? Masada.
Masata.
Makosa Mariva. Chuma spay.
Job is job.
It was. Oh yeah, no. Sometimes it's so sad. I was coming from an event there by NAM Power Convention. It was actually, I think, Fashion Week last. Yeah.
Oh, down here.
Yeah. There was an event at the NAM Power. Oh, it was the matric farewell of one of the schools, and I had parked. You know this building across it, this government building near GIPF.
Yeah.
Where those ladies sell the food. And I was walking
Yeah.
past there to
Oh yeah.
go to my car, and I see this clear sex worker and this
Yeah.
guy. They go just
Pohuki.
Pohuki. I saw them already before I crossed the street, and I promise you, 5 minutes later, he was coming out, zipping up his pants.
How up, man?
Quick, Mos.
Quick, but like, yo, it was just kind of sad that this is the reality.
Yeah, why? What do you want to do? Cuddle or what? Dude, gotta go back to his
It's like
wife.
it's on the streets. It's just behind a little. What are you doing? Like, I don't know. It's just, the whole thing just weirds me out.
Yeah.
True.
It is what it is, though.
And then what, you like get what, paid $100, $50? Like, what is the price for that?
I've spoken, and Maria, this is the sad part of sex workers, I believe, because they really do this for economic reasons. Because I would ask one of them, let's say, so I was in the Vachachi. Say, nee. For 1 ronde is 100 rand. Without a condom, it's 200 rand. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Conditions.
wow, there are certain conditions to it, and I mean, she's willing to risk, you know, her
life.
life.
And let's just be clear, it's not lucrative here in Namibia. It's not like
lucrative.
I know, like in Brazil, there are people that put themselves through med schools.
Yeah.
You know, off of being sex workers,
No,
but it's highly regulated.
I think it also depends on where or how you are doing your business.
Yeah, but I don't
Because
think
look,
here generally sex workers.
No,
even the escorts.
Look, even when I was at college, right? I had some friends that I wanted to hit on, but that were in the business, but not standing on the street.
The
It's
escort business.
Yes, escort business. You call Neville hooks you up with Maria. You know, somebody picks up Maria, drops Maria off at your house, that kind of thing. So I'm assuming they probably made a little bit more money, maybe enough to pay for their school.
A little
maybe.
bit more, but not.
I don't
not
know.
extensively. like in Namibia now, like if you can afford, let's say, 3,000, right? To take a girl on a date for 3,000 and end up sleeping with her. Trust me, you can get it cheaper elsewhere from somebody that's not a sex worker. You know, I think this is how men generally view the situation. But they'll pay. Yes, everything is transaction. But they'll pay 10,000 or 12,000 for a sex worker in Brazil. You know, it's just like
Brazil is ngayon.
maybe it's not. Hello. It's just it's yeah. It's also I guess how they view Namibian women. To them, it's like, why should I pay such a high price for something I can essentially get for free?
Yeah.
And they in let's say Brazil, they are sleeping with women that they would on a date never get.
Yeah, that's because their game is whack.
I must say, I've been I think in the last 2 years, I've been to like 4 bachelor parties here in Windhoek. And part of the entertainment at these bachelor parties have been lap dancing, you know, stuff like that. And who are these women? Students from a certain institution, which will remain nameless for now.
There are only 2 or 3 institutions.
But you guys already know. I already told you my story where our dancer didn't show up.
Your dancer?
I didn't tell you guys.
You didn't tell us.
I think you.
I did.
Hello?
I did.
Please, no?
No, I was just saying, like, years ago, one of my male friends was getting married, and I was really the only female friend that he had sustained in his life. So I insisted to be there at the bachelor party. The guys didn't.
Maria.
Nee, ek wil mos daar wees. And one of the guys was.
Please, I want to listen to this.
And some guys had an issue with it, but eventually, you know, people were convinced, like, okay, fine, let her come. You know, whatever. They told her, she's cool, don't worry about it, she's cool. So we rock up and everything is set. Now we're like waiting for the girls. There was this girl at UNAM. I'll even say it, I don't care. at UNAM that was organizing the girls. Other students.
The hookup.
The hookups from UNAM. And so we're at the venue and we're like waiting for the girls to pitch up, and like the guy that organized for them is on the phone the whole time, like, how far? You know, like keep asking most the questions. No, we're around. No, we're just getting dressed. No, we're going to pick up the other girl. No, we'll be there. No, we're all in the car. You know, like the whole arrangement, like every few minutes.
We went through that ourselves.
Yeah. Eventually, okay, yeah, no, we are close by. Yeah, he's giving directions. Yeah, just 10 here, you will see what. Ah, okay, fine. The girl said, we're here, fine. Now we wait. We wait. I said, no, guys.
Maria.
It's been 20 minutes. No, but.
Maria.
The guy calls. And he's like, but you said you're here. What's happening? The girl, she says legit, like, we were on our way in and one of the girls noticed her uncle's car parked outside. Now, it's awkward because all the men in there are wondering who's
Which one?
nephew
Who's the uncle?
at Unam. So everybody's like, some are pissed because they're like, somebody ruined it for us. But every man in there that had a nephew at Unam
My niece.
was, sorry, not a nephew, a niece at Unam was like thinking deep and hard.
It's like, kom ek bel somebody nou dat ek eintjie was, Jay. Oh, man.
So yeah, we didn't. Unfortunately, that's also the downside of staying in a small town or where people know each other. But it became hella awkward after that. I'll tell you now. There were guys that the night was spoiled because they actually really had relatives at Unam, and they were not sure.
Start interrogating everybody that's at Unam in your family.
Hey, meeting.
Yeah.
Julle almal wat by Unam is kom sit.
Like, where were you last night? It's like, uncle, where were you?
So yeah.
Wow, Maria.
All right. Okay, let me check out some some comments before we start,
Let me.
chopping in. Neville,
I will just be calm.
wat gaan met jou nou?
No, that's a very awkward situation.
Yeah.
It's very, very awkward.
Paul Willem, morning. Kabal, mother, can I please get a follow back?
Follow Becca.
It's social media talk. Don't worry, it's not for
okay,
you.
Sorry. Yeah.
Janine Nicanor, Opa Neville, Jive ook.
Nou, hoe jy gedink,
Yes, sir. Good morning, guys, from Conjeni. Precious, good morning, my amazing people. Good morning, Namibia. Good morning, Dubai. Alfredo Jack Evangelista, Moro la Familia. And Monica saying, gosh, you guys are killing me. Save my lungs. Hey.
Is Maria. Was dit net gemaak? Maria, kom jy met liegstories hierso. I mean, that's a phantom story that Maria just told.
Mr. Carstens, good morning. Welcome to the show. Robert Didi. It's been a while as well. Good morning, crew. Good to see you guys. Good to see you among the comments as well. Mororo Vandu Vanje of Suverwa.
Oh, Suverwa.
You guys make my day every morning. Keep up the good spirit you guys have. I like it very much. Yes, we also like it very much. Makwa and Makwa. What's in the news anyway? What's trending?
Yeah. What's in the news? I think two main things. I don't know. Should I start with
Please do.
With the fish rod or the?
Please do.
All right. So the latest in the fish rod saga, we now know the man that was arrested is 35-year-old Jason Iambo. Reportedly a friend of Thompson Fiti at Twikulipi, but it seems the job. They're alleged at this point, I guess. He was carrying out was not for Fiti. It seems he claims to have been instructed to get the investor cards of James Atwikulipi and his cousin Taxa, the bank cards as well as some document, ACC document. He promised 2 million, but I understand a payment of 250,000 was to be paid. It's an first
deposit.
A deposit, exactly.
10%.
So yeah, this guy's he was denied bail. Case postponed to when the fish rod 6 plus actually 7 at this point because there's also the what's his name?
The assistant of the assistant,
yes,
the guy who went to the farm.
The guy that works for Saki.
Yeah.
He's also appearing soon. So so it's now fish rod 8.
Yeah, it's not fish rod 6.
Yeah, it's like fish
and
rod
counting.
8. And counting, it seems, because people are willing and ready to.
Are we going to get to 10?
Well, at this point, anything is possible. And then, which is weird because it's like everybody gets arrested. Why would you? Okay, anyway. So that's that. I think that was the main story. It was so weird. Like yesterday, I went to a coffee shop. The table next to me, they were discussing this fish rod story. I went to I was in town to go buy my lunch. I found people there talking about it. I went to the Ministry of Finance to go get my documents, tax documents, and
Dis al wat die
I
mense
found
praat.
people there talking about it. It's like the whole Windhoek, the whole country is talking about it.
Right now, it's either fish rot or elections. Is the only two things that
Yeah,
everybody's talking
exactly. It's the only thing that, and I think it will be the only thing that interests us in the long term. Understandably, these are headliners.
Yeah.
Then the other story, and it's a very sad one actually. We have a 26-year-old father in the Oshikoto region who buried his 2-year-old son with a disability. I understand he put him in a plastic bag and buried him in a shallow grave in a Mahango field.
Buried him alive.
And the son had been brought to him by the mother apparently 2 days prior to that. So yeah, that's extremely sad that people living with disabilities are still facing this type of discrimination and violence. Really,
it's sort of a stigma, you see, because we don't. I don't know whether to be sad or to be angry, because you do know that some communities do not really have these conversations. When they do have these conversations about things like disabilities and albinism and stuff, you know, they start bringing stuff like witchcraft and all those things into the mix. So there's a certain stigma that is attached to, people with disabilities and so on. It's just a sad story, man. It's just
Down syndrome in my language, and I said this before. It's like in Oshivambo you say elai, which is a stupid person.
Yeah.
This is literally the terminology we're using for Down syndrome, because the kid. It's so stupid. But even our language, our traditional language, is just not polite.
It's not right. Now imagine going through your whole life talking that way about people with Down syndrome, and then you have a child with Down syndrome. You know, that's not your mindset is not suddenly going to change. So you're going to keep looking at the person in that way and
discrimination.
What goes through your mind? You as a human being, you take a child of your own, put him in a plastic bag, and that child was probably screaming.
Of course, that too. Of course.
And you bury this child. What are you thinking? Stuff like this just makes me go numb.
You're 26 years old.
I just like when I saw the headline first, I didn't even want to read the story. The story now.
Yeah, so that's very devastating.
Jay, you bring this story here in the studio. You just brought the whole.
Praat oor relationships, that always lifts you up.
Yeah, it does lift me up.
Hold on, something else that's in the news that we sort of haven't touched. Has international repercussions, and it's a bit lighter for Neville. It's the Senate impeachment trial of Donald Johannes Trump.
Johannes Trump. I was watching the Republicans' motivation last night, and I think I watched it for almost 4 hours, and I think it was up to a point where I posted on one of my WhatsApp groups, and I said, guys, I don't know why I'm even bothering watching this.
Yes.
Because I go through all of this, and I'm so motivated watching this because I want to see this guy go down. And at the end of the day, in the Senate, which is basically majority ruled by the Republicans, this is not going to happen. It just provides entertainment for us for a while.
Yeah.
And this guy will survive this. He will be re-elected by the American people.
Are you sure he's going to be re-elected?
He will be re-elected.
I don't think he'll be re-elected.
I also don't think. I think he will.
I think he will survive it, but I don't think he'll be re-elected.
He will survive the impeachment.
Yes.
I also think, but I doubt he's going to be
Moet ek en
re-elected.
jy weer geld bet wat jy nie vir my wil teruggee nie?
I'm also willing to put money on that.
Okay.
It's $20.
Yeah, let's just keep it cheap.
Actually, you already owe me $100, so let's not.
Excuse me?
You actually do owe me $100.
You owe me $1,000.
Oh, please.
Oh yeah, the $100.
Yes. I'm broke. I need it.
You
Okay,
guys
we'll
are
bet-
betting 20s and
We'll
and
bet
100s.
100. We'll bet 100.
Nah, bet some fish money, guys. Some serious money.
Wat van waar afkom?
They 10,000 grocery shopping list, a grocery shopping budget.
My problem here, guys, with Trump's base is so brazen, and I don't. If I would see, for some of the stuff that I've seen about Joe Biden, who's supposed to be the front runner of the Democrats,
It's between Joe and Bernie.
Bernie is too old, and
So is Joe.
But Bernie's also quite liked. So it's between Joe and
it's
Bernie.
between
for
Joe and
sure,
Bernie.
For sure.
Joe is also old. How do you say Bernie is old and
Yeah,
then you
like,
say
yeah,
Joe's?
The problem with Bernie looks very old, and he just had another heart attack.
I
No,
think
but he's more energetic.
he
even
is
than,
more. And
than
I think
Joe Biden.
Bernie's, with this like conscious nation, society, world we're living in, where people are really trying to be conscious about things, and they're really getting involved in issues that affect them, social issues. You find that a person like Bernie speaks to them because he's about the social injustice. He's a social injustice warrior. Has been. It's not a new thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he was one of the guys that stood in the front line for black people and got arrested. So he's always been that. There's pictures of him doing it like in his 20s. And this stuff speaks to the heart of the people, especially, like I said, where there's social injustice now. And he's that warrior. And a lot of people that are in that space, and there are a lot, will support him.
I
Joe is more
obviously
about health, environment,
Yeah.
world,
Jo-
global warming.
Joe has the black vote because he was Obama's number 2.
yeah, he was
Yeah, yeah.
Obama's
So
number 2.
Yeah.
Most of the African Americans still sort of see remnants of Obama with him. I guess.
And the thing is, he has made it very clear. I think in the beginning of his campaign, he kept on staying, right there in Obama's shadow, and his whole rhetoric, everything that he said, he always used to make a reference to Obama, and his base started telling him later on, stop referring to Obama.
Yes.
You the front runner now. You the candidate now.
Obama is
But
not
they
here.
had a homey type of I saw
Very
memes
much.
of how they were
Yeah.
always
Very much.
like two cool friends,
Yeah.
They were tight.
I just I wait for the year. I think maybe hopefully at our next elections that we would finally have a presidential debate of the incumbent president.
Where the incumbent is also.
Who yes.
But we won't have an incumbent because
No, of
our
course.
president can't run for another term.
No, of course. But I think the next election, okay?
But-
Kyk weer Maria se gesig.
I did want to ask something though, like just I guess for my own clarity's sake.
Yeah.
Say for instance, Hage did not win this term. Would he have been able to run for president
No.
in the next election?
No.
No, not at all.
Clarity for myself.
Kans gehad.
Nee, hy mos net een term gerol mos. And you get maximum 2, no?
No.
But actually, you're right. Actually, that's
Yeah.
a very good question. I think, why wouldn't you be able to?
No. Now you just put us on the spot here now.
I'm actually realizing I actually don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's-
don't claim to know things I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
We're also having the conversation,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, actually, I also don't know. So
I don't know
was like,
because
let me
it's
ask you guys.
also it's just never been presented as a possibility for me to even find out.
Yeah.
Like, so let's say you're of a good age, right? You do one term, you don't win a second term, and then another candidate, and then the party votes for you again as
the candidate.
As the candidate 5 years later. Can you then stand? I mean, I don't think I've seen it happen in other countries.
Yeah.
So
Like where?
surely, somewhere in African countries where somebody.
Okay, that's the exception.
yeah.
African countries are
No,
the
s-
exception.
And in communist Russia.
Because Medvedev, it was first Putin, and then Medvedev came and he became president, and Putin was the prime minister, and Putin later said, okay, is nou klaar, kom jy weg, I'll be the president now again. So I think he just signed, he's president for life now.
I think,
Yeah.
I think like the whole Medvedev's entire government, I think, resigned at some point during the course of this week, or was it last week?
Yeah.
And Vlad basically has to interview all of them one by one to see, are you going to stay or are you going to go?
Is it really Is it really?
Beautiful Russia.
You just look at that man and you just know he's mafia. Like, don't you get that with Putin? I just look at him, I'm like, oh, this man will kill you. Like, you know those Russian movies? That's Putin.
You're right.
Those guys who never smiles, who never frowns,
Yeah.
he's just got that one look on
With
his
that
face. You're like,
Russian accent.
Dichak.
Because we were asking the question the other day, and we said, between Trump and Putin, who's the most dangerous?
Putin. Sorry.
Putin is way more dangerous.
Heck.
But I would still say Trump.
He's just an idiot.
Wara, 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 wara,
You know,
wara.
yes, because Trump doesn't think of the repercussions of his actions. He just does. In the moment, is what do they call it?
He's very impulsive.
Yes, he will do
But
something
that's why
without
he's
really
stupid.
thinking it through.
Impulsive that's why he's not, for me, impulsive people are not dangerous because you can always predict. They'll always do the stupid thing. Whereas do you know what it takes to be like technical, to think? Because that's Putin. It looks like that guy that's like looking at you and he's just deciding, is he going to put a bullet in your kneecap? Or is he going to shoot you through the brain? Or is he going to cut a finger off first?
Yeah.
He looks like that
You
guy.
don't know.
You don't know.
You just don't know.
Yes, but he's the one he's the kind who's going to be like, okay, no, we're going to wait for him to get outside and we shoot him.
No.
Trump is going to be like, let's blow this building up with all of us inside it. Even me also, That's why I feel like he might be the more dangerous of the two. Let me check out some comments quickly.
I think on that, I wonder between the two of them, who's the most stubborn?
I think both are stubborn.
Very
That's why we're in
stubborn.
this situation. That's why World War III is looming.
Guys, please, let's not talk about world leaders. I need to get a passport.
Where do you want to go to?
I don't want to be detained at some airport somewhere because of something I said on the air a couple of years ago. Johnny Whiteman Martin, I think yes, he can, though Namibia never thought of that possibility.
Okay.
The presidency. Tatio Castens, I have a sister at UNAM Mets. I wonder who bought her that. Who bought her what? That guy from North Korea is also very dangerous.
Yeah.
Says
Yes.
Rivaldo. That's
Yes.
Kim Jong.
Yes.
Kim Jong Un. Dilimeke ya Ndalimbwa. Okay. Hage will finish his second term. That is it. Let's forget of rerun. Oh, nobody was talking
No, we're
about
not
the
talking
rerun.
about reruns.
Rochelle Klassen, America must have term limits, right? But they do.
They have term limits.
Namibia
Term
must
limits.
also have term limits for ministers and cabinet members.
Agree.
Yeah, I guess. Gaitan is Gaitan or Gaitan? Gaitan. Yes, it's Gaitan, my niggas, Herrero. And with Neville on this, I want DJT to go down, but if he beats the impeachment case, it will be a major boost for his re-election.
Yeah.
Alfred,
I see you guys owe me $100 each. Just put this on record.
Because somebody on the comments agreed with you.
Yeah, no. Because
not-
it will come truth.
I'm
What,
not,
man?
Truth
I'm
will
not
be
betting
told in November.
$100, Neville. It's up.
Huh?
Up
Anti
the
up.
ante. Yes.
Anti up.
What?
Yeah.
Who says I don't have money?
You said on air you don't have
should've-
money. But
No,
you should
I
have
don't-
seen how Maria looked at you
Ju-
when she said, "But you didn't help me."
No,
Like,
but he
when she
said
feels so
it
sorry
on
for you.
air. He said it on air a few times.
Yes. When that time when I said it, I did not have.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now I have.
Oh, eh?
Yeah.
Borrow me, man.
How much you want?
300.
$300. I'll give you.
petrol.
I'll give you
Excuse me.
6.
I'll give you.
Okay. Alfredo saying, we as black human beings really need to start seeing therapists. For real, because we downplay this in our black communities, but therapy really helps, and we as a black community need to start doing it because it will surely curb this senseless killings
Yeah.
of our fellow brothers and sisters and our own kids. So far, the story of killing your own flesh and blood is so heartbreaking.
Very sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coming from Alfredo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alfredo, that's quite deep, man. I didn't know you had
very,
that
very,
in you.
very deep.
Precious Blessing, I read about that and I felt so sad. How could you do that to your own child? Boy, really, that's sad indeed. Buried alive. Doch, he doesn't have mercy at all. Hey, the courts will deal with him. Cubase, disability, my friend, in this life, majority struggle with acceptance. That's why so injustice and inhumane activities happen. Yeah, young. Okay, no, you see, the comments are taking me back there.
Yeah, no.
We have 10 minutes on the clock.
Very, very depressing.
Yeah. Cubase, e-wallet da 500.
You should never announce that you have money. If in case you don't
true,
know,
ne?
you should never ever announce that you have money.
You know why I will always keep saying I don't have money on this show?
Why?
There's a tendency to investigate everybody who has money these days. So I don't have money, leave me alone.
Okay, wie het gepay? Banks?
Teachers.
Police?
Teachers.
UNAM,
Polytech. Die mense het allemaal gepay.
Maar die mensen van UNAM is ook hier ernstig. How do you do registration where you moet nou betaal before payday?
Je moet plan gaan maken last jaar. Joh.
Nee.
That is not our problem.
Dan moet wacht.
What did you do with your bonus?
Because my sons, they need to go and register. I think their due date is the 27th.
Yeah, my due date was I'm also going back. I'm going back to UNAM this year.
Is it? For what, Maria?
You can never have enough.
What are you going to?
We'll start a story
what are you
about
going to
I'm
study?
not putting my business out there. You guys know.
Nee, I'm saying we'll start the rumor about you as a UNAM student. Just know that you're a UNAM student from this year.
Is she a madam or is
I was
she?
there 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm going.
No, but seriously, I'm curious. What
Okay,
are
and
you
I'll
studying?
tell you off air.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm saying I don't want to put my business on air.
Oh no, I thought you were talking to Neville. You know,
No,
Neville is
no.
always asking inappropriate questions.
I'll tell you off air.
Neville Basson, julle vat mos ons comedians nooit serieus nie. Coming from Alfredo show Cubase, hou op. Het sê moet ek altyd net 'n grapjas wees hap.
Yeah, Alfredo, that's what I get most of the time when I'm serious about things. Is devil jy maak tog 'n grap, man. So
Tell us a joke.
now you feel it.
Dexter Nyambe saying he can stand 5 years later. Oh, okay. Was Dr. Sam not president for 15 years?
Okay,
No,
that's
but
an
the
exception.
Yeah, that was a
an
whole different
exception.
case, please. Let's not bring Dr. Sam into this.
Constitution.
Since you guys are analyzing the president's looks, what do you think Julius Malema will be like as a president?
Looks.
Good question. No, not looks. Okay, that's
I guess, yeah.
he probably.
Maybe it's for lack of a better word.
But okay, but where did we analyze this?
He probably talks about leadership.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's probably what he means.
Perception, I guess.
Perception.
Yeah.
I like Julius Malema.
I like him too.
I've gone on record saying this
Yeah.
so many times. And I know there are people that despise him, but I like him.
I would vote for him.
Yeah, no, I will vote for you.
I think for me, like one of the things, the qualities of Malema that stood out, and I did appreciate this was usually during the xenophobic attacks in South Africa. He was the one leader that went up live and delivered us. He speaks from the heart. It was just like you're killing your brothers. Like, do you not understand how stupid you look? And for him to do that, especially with the support base that he has, with members that are very xenophobic. That was very bold.
Yes, I think the ANC were blindsided by the emergence of Malema as much as I think in Namibia, the Swapo Party seems to have been blindsided by the emergence of Itula. Just didn't see this one coming.
Yeah.
And I think when the ANC basically got rid of Malema way back, they didn't see him coming back. And whatever this guy did to go reinvent himself when he was in the doldrums of politics, he just came out smoking. And yeah, the EFF, I perhaps will not see the EFF now ruling South Africa in the next 10 years. Because I think under Cyril,
slowly there.
I think
Gaining
under Cyril
popularity.
there's been a re-emergence. I think the ANC is slowly reinventing themselves after the Msholozi years.
They also use broken calculators.
Here we go again.
It's a SADC problem, guys.
So maybe I think SWAPO will definitely go into a little workshop, see how we're going to deal with these rogue rebels, within the party.
Sophia said, if it was my house. If it was in my house, I would have asked you to pack your bags and...
Oh, by the way, Neville, he says it's pronounced Guyton, not Gayton.
Oh, it's
So I was right. It's French.
Oh, because I know a Gayton guy here. What's Gayton's surname again? Yeah, okay. Guyton.
Maybe you've been mispronouncing the guy's name this whole time.
No. I've been, hey, Gayton, what's up?
Yeah.
But I also just feel like people the men, especially like heterosexual men, if there's a gay somewhere in there, they will find other ways to pronounce it. I know a guy, like when you write his name, it says gay, right?
Gay.
But he goes by Gagai.
Gagai.
But it's spelled gay.
You see, those things. Me and my parents would not talk away. It's like once I get 18,
But
I'm
gay
out of
means
your house
happy.
and it's right.
It means happy.
Yeah, gay means happy. Are you not happy?
Not all the time.
Are you not gay?
Not all the time.
Sometimes.
Right. Malema is a true African leader. He can be a president of the United States of Africa. No doubt he can be elected.
Here winner.
Citizen Ndebele says Cuba always provokes Neville.
Toch nee.
Yeah.
Toch.
Kama,
En die wind gesoek.
it's Gayton Greg from Bank Windhoek. That's my namesake. Or should we call him Gayton or Gayton?
No,
also
he's
like
Gayton. You are Gayton. That one is Gayton.
Issues.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we should get out of the studio. Can't we leave early today?
Near. We're not leaving earlier. Yeah. Maria came with a story here. We got about 10 minutes to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, Maria came here.
No. I was just asking. I had asked out of the blue. I'd asked Neville. I said, would you be offended or insulted if your current partner, if you found out you looked like your current partner's ex? So let's say your girlfriend, your girlfriend's ex, you look like her. I said, so would you be offended because you think she's trying to replace, or she still is hung up on the ex, or would you get like a sense of that she has a type, which some delight from the fact that she has a type?
First of all, I wouldn't be offended if my wife's ex is the same body type as me. I wouldn't care.
No, it's part of body type. It's part of legs. If you were next to each other, you look like you could be from the same mother.
I don't care. I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't care. Like luckily in my case, the line of boyfriends that my wife used to date, they all don't look like me.
Luckily for you.
They all colored.
Oh.
Yeah.
A girl once said that she only dates guys that look alike, so that if she ever falls pregnant, nobody ever questions.
Maria's got this cold, calculative way. If she
I
says,
didn't say it.
If
She
she
just
no,
drops it out.
You somehow agrees with this take because
No,
Maria says, can I just say this? Okay, yeah, without you interrupting me. Cubis, can I just talk to you?
Right.
Maria has this very calculative way. When she says something cold, calculative, and cold-hearted, she likes to sit. And just play with her nails like, I just said it.
Like
I
just
don't care.
nonchalant.
Very nonchalant, very cavalier.
Okay, but
very cavalier about it.
Yeah, but what also emerged from this conversation, and I don't agree, is because this, my exes look nothing alike. I've said this as well. And some of them. They just I like who I like.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
A couple of exes of yours, and true, they are very contrast. Very, very contrast. Okay.
Not in height so much, no.
Yeah.
But in other areas.
But I need to ask, they all had money.
No, actually, only one had money. And I saw some people trying to get into my business with comments. I'm not discussing my ex. I don't care how high profile he is. I don't care in what situation he is. It's been 4 years. Ek prati oor daai man. as in my personal capacity as an ex.
Ons wil
So
hoor.
hoop, dit
Ons
sal nie
wil hoor.
gebeur
Yes.
nie.
Mary, I also
No.
have money.
Die mense vra was jy Dubai toe gewees? I mean, the people are not. That's all they are asking.
Hulle sal wag.
Let's see.
Hulle sal wag.
Julle moet hou op.
Hulle sal wag.
Hierdie ene, nee, he keeps on, whenever we're having a discussion about something, a question that we share amongst each other, he sort of just takes a very devious way of just getting himself out of it. He just, we end up not asking him the question.
No, but his wife comes on, so I understand. He can find himself in a little situation.
Circumventing.
So would you be offended? Is the question back to the question.
If
If you look like your wife's ex,
nah.
yeah, I wouldn't care either. I think, like I said, it would be weird.
I would especially not care at all if I was the ex. I was like, hey, she still wants me.
Yes, no, but I'm saying, no, I'm asking as a parent, because what if that's what her ex is looking at you thinking?
Yeah, but you see, that's why I had to think about it first before I said no.
The ex is looking at you, she's still into me. Check, see, she's just dating people.
She's dating a watered down version of me.
And you really are a watered down.
Come on, me light.
Have I been, and maybe the follow-up question also needs to be, Maria, am I intimidated by the exes of my partner, my wife?
Can never be me.
Huh?
I'm never intimidated.
Never.
Never intimidated. And I mean, I've dated men just right after they dated, like the most
Naomi
just
Campbell Goeter.
beautiful, but just not even that, just a badass through and through, you know. And even that, I was just like, yo, you got taste. You got taste. That's it. Like, it doesn't do anything to me.
Are you also one of those okay, no, it's fine. Let me leave that story. It involves some people that you guys might know. So, was lost at my. Ek het say, me, I don't gossip. Is Q-based work married? No.
Yeah.
Yes, very
he's
married.
Nee, Chandra.
Very, very married.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, you're like, are you wearing your ring? Are you wearing your wedding band? You should let. There you go. Why are you guys wearing it on different fingers?
I always, when I look at Neville wearing his wedding ring, I always start to
Why do you
question.
wear it on the right?
I always question myself, like, is it me who's wearing it wrong or is it him?
No, I'm curious. Why do you wear it on the right?
Why must I wear it on my left?
Because that's where you're supposed to wear it.
Where people wear it.
What's tradition have to do with it?
Hello, you got married. Did you have a traditional wedding? When I say traditional, you went to a church?
I went to a church.
Why did you do
All
that?
right, why did you do that?
So you're only gonna take some of the rules and leave some of them like the minister.
Did your wife wear a white wedding dress?
She was
Okay,
wearing a
so
white wedding
so you
dress.
guys practice tradition.
Yeah.
So if you're going to practice tradition like a white wedding, the white wedding generally says a ring on that left.
My question is to you,
Yes.
ne? Why must I? What historical reasons are there for the ring to be on the left side of your finger?
What historical reasons are there for a white wedding dress?
Yes.
I don't know. Being
Exactly
Yes,
my
but you
point. I'm
did it.
saying you are
What?
choosing, you're picking
Yeah,
and
you're
choosing what you
nitpicking.
want
Like,
to
this
think
one I
and-
want, this one I
and
don't
to be
want.
deep about it. What historical?
No.
But you had a white wedding.
No. Okay, because that is what she wants. Okay.
Did you wear a suit?
I was wearing a suit.
Okay, there we
Should
go.
I be naked?
Did you have a pastor? No. A
Should
suit
I be
you could have
naked?
been in jeans. You like jeans. You don't like suits.
I like jeans.
Yes, you
okay?
don't- exactly.
But
Could have worn
obviously,
jeans.
I needed to. Obviously, this is a wedding.
It's a white wedding, so you wore a suit.
No, and I wasn't.
point.
I wasn't wearing the conventional suit. If I would show you what I had on my wedding day, I was like,
Was the
"Yarr,
suit.
this is very close to Neville," because it was very, very informal. I didn't had like a tuxedo or whatever.
My point is, you had a white
point,
wedding.
My point is, there's nothing wrong with wearing your ring on your left or your right, or not wearing a ring at all. It's about your dedication, your commitment towards your partner.
But you're wearing a ring, so if you're going
I'm
to wear a
wearing a
ring,
ring.
why don't you wear it the way it's supposed to be worn? Because even the ring is traditional.
Maria,
He
there's
wears
not
it.
supposed
He
to
wears
be.
it on his right hand so he can tell side chicks. No, it's not a wedding ring. It's just.
There's
just a
My
not.
wife died.
Yeah. But I'll tell you the right reason why. I always like to get into a debate with people who ask me this question. years ago when I got married, when my ring was on my left-hand side, I sort of got an allergic because I don't like jewelry on me. For some reason, my body just don't take jewelry. And I had an allergic reaction on my left hand every time I would put my ring on my left hand. And then just this one time I decided, and I put it on my right hand. And then I just had no allergic reaction. So all the years I wear my ring on my right hand side and not on my left hand side.
So did you have to take us through that whole why must
why must you
when
just told us about your
there's a
allergic
reason.
reaction?
You people come with these
Why must-
nonsense Eurocentric questions about why must you wear.
It's not
your-
Eurocentric.
Even you were wearing
Eurocentric.
it on the left-hand side before your allergic reaction.
Yes.
What do you mean? So it's not that uncommon to ask.
Yeah, no, it is. It's not uncommon to us because people are conditioned that your ring must be on your left hand
But
side.
you
You're
too.
sounding like this
If
modern.
you didn't have an allergic reaction, it would be on your left-hand side.
You're right. You're right. But I like to get in because I do question things more. Whether it's about tradition, whether it's about religion, I do ask things more. So that is just Christian doctrine that the ring must be on your left hand side.
Christian
Please
doctrine is getting married.
don't bring Christianity into
It
this.
is Christianity.
You are those
Then
type
what?
of Christians when the Bible when it helps you, then the Bible is the way
Yes.
and the only way.
Yes.
And when it's not,
Then I go Muslim.
then come on, no, you cannot interpret the Bible literally. Some things you must either you take it or you leave it. You can't pick and choose.
Take it or leave it. Don't
Yes.
get married in church if it's all Christian.
Exactly.
Angela.
Anyway, it's been real.
Yeah, guys, we are back tomorrow morning, joined by Top Cherry in the studio. So yeah, it's gonna be lit, man. It's a
And
Friday.
luister, you will have serious competition in the studio tomorrow.
I love Top Cherry.
Ek nga vir Top Cherry.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Happy you do.
Say, how old is Top Cherry?
Have you read her book? Have you read any one of her books? Okay, I'm following.
Every day we bring you the hottest music.
Hey, let me tell you something.